say when your man phone antenna. Them girl they are real, I'm better. He bought me for them, can't stand for see them.
Over.
But what a good thing, man, if we impress people. I mean, I know I wanna live to impress people. Yeah, I just live my life. Talent over high.
Talent over hype.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over.
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at me. It's not.
Take that. Yes. Good afternoon. And you are here for another episode of Talent Over Hype, not Talent Overnight. This is another episode of Talent Over Hype, not Talent Overnight, people. So I just want to adjust something to make sure everything looks good on the stream. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and all of the social medias. Yeah, so it's your boy DJ Easy, and I got two beautiful women here with me, and we're just gonna talk a couple of things, get some things out of the way, and just touch on some subjects that might piss some people off.
Love it.
Right?
I'm here for it.
I'm all about pissing people off. I'm all about ruffling some feathers, and I'm all about getting the conversation where it needs to go. With that being said, my left, your right, and I'm gonna let people know who you are.
Okay, so I am Thighs and Thighs, Lisa Love on Instagram. And y'all know I talk shit, entertain, fish. He told me to say that.
Fish.
What you fishing for? That's the question. I gotta bait my hook, girl.
Okay, and what else? That's all you do is fish?
I fish, you know. That's what I do. And you know, every once in a while I fuck with the numbers, so I'm an accountant. You know, but that's boring stuff. So, you know, I entertain.
I'm
about to say that pays bills, okay?
Yeah.
Shoot.
People want to hear that.
Yeah.
People want to hear about you fucking with the numbers.
Yeah, y'all need your ERCs, your PPPs, because you know they're coming out with a new edition. Let me know.
PPP.
I was about to say, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Come on, real quick. I'm going to pause real quick, just for like 2 seconds. Don't go nowhere.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
And we are back.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, so you said you fuck with the numbers, right?
I do.
You getting people PPP loans?
I did.
I mean, anybody ended up on the list?
Don't send her to jail now.
Nobody went to jail.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
You know, I'm careful about stuff. You know, all I know is what I'm presented. I put down on the paperwork what I'm presented. You know, I don't agree, confirm, or deny whatever's true or not. You give me your information, we get it done.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that at all, because
Yeah.
I don't like the government, so I'm here for everybody that gets what they need to get.
I like that. And what about you, Mary?
Hey, you almost Mary N.
Mary N?
Marion, yes.
Okay.
What's up, people? I'm #Marion on Instagram, just Marion in real life. I am a real estate agent. I have a real estate team that's underneath me. I am a co-founder in a nonprofit, and I also have a reselling business on eBay. So I'm a serial entrepreneur, but more importantly, I love God, and I'm very excited to have a conversation with some people that will give me an opportunity to chat about what y'all really doing outside, because I've been in the house. I've been in the house, and I want to take a little peek outside, open the door.
How long have you been in the house?
Yo, like, this journey's
Why
been like...
Why in the house so long?
In the house, for real?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, that could be question number one, because I am aware of the realities of life at this point and how badly things end, you know? Like, I've had my situationships, had to scoop my little heart up off the floor from them. I've had my times being a person that uses men, and I've had to deal with the backlash of, you know, a broken-hearted man calling your phone all day, sending you messages, etc.
Man, clip note that.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
we listening.
No, yeah. So I had, you know, I mean, it's standard stuff, right? You see it goes like this every time. Like, the woman's outside, and then God smacks her across the head, and then all of a sudden she's like, I love Jesus. I'm not a hoe no more. Like, I've been delivered. Like,
I'm not gay no more.
Right.
I love women.
I love Jesus. So that's kind of like very, you know, stereotypical story, but that's what happened with me. I was outside for real, and God came and said, hey, miss, tapped me on my shoulder and was like, the street lights are on. It's time to come in the house. So here I am in the house. That's its own journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't easy. It's not easy at all. Like, at all. It's harder than being outside, if I'm being honest. But it's fulfilling. And obviously, God, you know, changed my life in a way that's just undeniable. So I'm happy about it. But it's different. It ain't for the weak of heart, is what I was saying. Like,
okay. So
it's real
there
shit.
was a conversation that you had earlier, right? And I was, you know, being a fly on the wall about celibacy. Right? What does it mean when women say they're celibate? Because, you know, I got a thing to where most women like to say they're celibate or go on a celibacy rant when their whole phase is done. Right? So now, was that your case? Was that any of you ladies' cases?
No, it wasn't my case.
We'll start with you, Mary.
Marianne. What?
Marion.
I'm going to call him Mark. That's you for the whole day. So the celibacy thing, this is funny. God will do what he does, right? So the truth of why I'm celibate is the real truth, real shit. Don't listen. I'm not making this up. God told me to be celibate. And the way in which he did this.
Some God.
Listen, he's so real. So what happened, you're not going to believe this, but what happened is that I ignored him for months. I was justifying my activities. Like, I was like, it's okay because he's a man of God, so it's okay if I'm sleeping with him. I was telling myself I could do whatever. Like, it was, I'm a good person. I run a nonprofit. I can sin a little bit. And everything I was hearing, it was TV shows, it was people around me. I was meeting men in their 40s that had been celibate for 40 years. I mean, for 4 years. I was just hearing the term celibacy over and over and over. And then I said, I'm not going to do it, God. It's the one thing I have left. I done gave up everything else in my life. The one thing I have left, I'm just going to hold on to this. I get on the dollar van. Y'all know the dollar van if you're from Brooklyn. And I'm with my daughter. She can testify to this, okay? With my daughter, get on the dollar van. I sit in the front 2 seats. A man sitting in the back seat, okay? I'm not making this up. A man sitting in the back seat, out of nowhere, turns and looks directly at me and says, the problem is you don't want to be celibate. I swear, I promise to God this is exactly what happened. He yelled at me. The problem is you don't want to be celibate. The problem is you don't want to be lonely. You need to spend the time alone. You need to deal with the heartbreak. You need to go through the
earpiece.
Because he literally said, and you can know that the angry prophet told you this. I said, get the fuck out.
He could have been in the earpiece.
He wasn't, sir. Don't do that.
I'm gonna ruffle your feathers.
Don't do that. Listen, you can play devil's advocate if you want to, but when God wants you to hear something, he will literally come and scream in your face if he needs to. And me and my daughter, she was ignoring it, but I was sitting there like, this nigga's talking to me. Like, yo. So I had to, because what else do you do?
Entitlement.
Yeah, that's real.
Men have that entitlement that they think they can tell a woman what she needs when she needs it.
Well, it wasn't even just that. It was just, I truly believe that it was a word of God. Like, God was like, listen, sis, like, you can play all day. I've sent every other possible message. I'm going to have an actual stranger yell at you on the bus in front of people and embarrass you because you wanted to play with me. But then I, went ahead and followed the instruction, and it's the best decision I've ever made in my life, to be honest, because the same person I was justifying sleeping with, God opened my eyes to realize he is not a man of God at all. He is, how you a man of God and you got 6 bitches?
I mean,
you understand?
polygamy is in the Bible.
Don't get me started on that. We're not gonna get into these topics.
Hold on.
We can stay on celibacy.
Don't get me started on that.
You said, I listened really good.
Yeah.
You said, how is he a man of God, but he has 6? You said bitches. I'm gonna use the word women, right?
Mm-hmm. And you see, he's still working on me because my language ain't.
No, that's fine. I just you know what I mean. So, but some of our favorite prophets have more than one woman,
yes.
right?
Yes.
King David, King Solomon. You
yes.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Noah, right?
I don't think Noah had multiple wives.
Yes, he did.
Noah had multiple wives. I believe his sons.
Noah had multiple wives. Noah had the 2 wives that he did. Noah had 2 wives, and then he also had his wife that was in Ethiopia, the black girl. He
had an Ethiopian wife after his first wife died.
But they were all congruent, though. They were all during the same time.
I believe his first wife died, and then he had his Ethiopian wife. We gonna have to check scripture. It's okay.
Oh, you know, okay, Google, right? But let's note that. You know what I'm saying? But okay, but
I'll give you the answer to that because I talk about this all the time.
Let's push Noah to the side, right? Yeah. Multiple prophets.
There's plenty of there are plenty of polygamists in the Old Testament. That's well known. Mm-hmm. Especially Solomon is the most prolific polygamist, right? He had like 1,000 wives. Mm-hmm. The difference is, or the thing to remember is that the Bible is not a story of perfect people. The Bible is a story of people that God came and used in spite of their imperfections. And they were wrapped up in the pagan ways of their time. They were infiltrated by pagan ideas. God never, not one time in scripture does he say, go out and have more wives. He never tells you to do that. No, it doesn't.
I can tell you this.
There's Deuteronomy, right?
You can tell me that. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. For those who are going to forget what kind of show this is not a Bible
religious show, right?
It's not a Bible thumping show.
It isn't, because I wouldn't be here.
I'm
just like,
a Bible thumping show. So we're not, but
listen,
I will let you continue.
I understand what you're saying. The scripture that you're bringing up does not say go have multiple wives. The scripture you're referring to is actually giving instruction in case you already have multiple wives. It is not saying go do it. And as we continue in our Bible, in the end, Romans is clear, back to back. A man should not have, let him be a husband of one wife so that he's not confused, etc., etc. Over and over and over, God is clear that especially the men higher up, the kings, the priests, etc., should have one wife so that their hearts are not split. So I understand the desire for men to use certain scripture to give them the opportunity to be with more than one woman, but I guarantee you if God wanted more than one woman for one man, he would have made Adam and Eve and Letitia and Lisa and Marion and Bonet. Like, it would have been over and over.
I will say this, and then we're gonna change gears, right?
Yes.
It's interesting, just like how you said, I could use it to fund an opinion in the same way you can. Right? The same way I could use the Bible to fund the opinion of a polygamy is the same way you can use the Bible to fund the opinion of monogamy. That just goes to show you that it's either that the Bible is not as an accurate source of information.
Let's not
that
do
you
this.
This is the last thing we're gonna say, and then we're gonna switch, right?
You can't end on that.
Yes, I can because it's my show. But watch this.
Oh, damn! All right. We gonna have to.
Back to celibacy, right? Back to celibacy.
Fair. But the only thing I will say is that when it comes to the legitimacy of the Bible, it is actually one of the most historically accurate texts known to man. And it is today's Bible is accurate to the original. It's just been translated. It has not been changed, right? So the concept of what you're saying is, people can use it for whatever. You can. Everyone can go and find what they want to find as truth. But then actually at the base level is actual truth. Our personal beliefs, when we look for, scripture that makes sense to our personal beliefs, we can find it. But when you look at all scripture and you put it all together, the truth will show itself to you. You cannot make that up. Now we can move on, if you're okay with that. He's not okay with it, guys.
So the idea is something.
She's like, y'all ain't tell me I was coming to church now. I'd have been prepared. I'd have brought my Bible.
I don't know about polygamy and monogamy in the Bible, but I do know the Bible will represent whatever notion you want to give it. Because back in the day, Slave masters used to read the Bible to slaves to keep them in line. Be obedient to your masters. You know, so if you look deep enough, you'll find whatever message you think you need to get out to the people, and you want them to. If a man comes to me and tells me about, it's in there, babe, I can be polygamous, he can move on.
And only if you're not in scripture for yourself. Right. If you aren't opening the book for yourself. Right. Because when you start to open the book, like what you're saying about the slave Bibles, they intentionally removed portions that flat out tell people not to enslave fellow believers. Right. It's like against the Bible to have a brethren enslaved, and if you are going to have someone as a bondman, which is just someone working off a debt, you can only do it for 7 years, and you got to let them go.
So about celibacy.
Yeah,
celibacy.
Right? So
yes.
you made a notion that you were celibate through some time. Why?
I was.
Yeah.
Why is that?
For me personally, I think I got over the dating phase, right? I feel like this new age gentleman.
That's nice. That's putting it nice.
Yeah, right? The new age gentleman represents, something that I don't think me, as an old age gentlewoman, wants, right? So it's like, I feel like they lead with the flash, right? Their money, their cars, their worth, that. And then when you, as a woman who's dating, when you see that, right, and you start asking for things, they're like, all you want is, but that's what you're leading with, right? So I guess we're gonna talk about it soon, right? How do women feel? How do you feel about women with BBLs or whatever the case may be? I guess women lead with their bodies, and then they're like, well, why are you mad when we ask for that? So I just feel like I stopped dating, and of course, without dating, there's no sex. So I just was celibate because I was just over men. I was over men. I was over this, the pursuit of vagina, pussy, whatever you want to say. And I was just like, I'm gonna keep it to myself and just figure out what I want for me, so that I know what I'm looking for. Because I'm not looking for fun anymore. And that's why I was celibate. And plus, I'm not gonna get this good stuff just anymore.
Come on now.
So
come on.
So if men don't lead with their money, their flash, their status, their resources, what should men lead with? Right? What should men use to draw a woman into our company? Because at the end of the day, our flash, our resources, our bravado is an indication of how much I can provide or give to you.
Absolutely. But
so it's
also,
kind of like a peacock, right?
It is, right? It is, right? So, but that shouldn't be all that you lead with. I personally like a man I can learn from, right? Yeah. What else does he have to offer other than his money, his cars, his house? I got money, I got cars, I got house, and I know a man don't want that from me. However, but I like a man that I can learn something from. I want to be quiet. You know what I mean? I want a man that can make me shut the fuck up sometime. And the only thing that's going to make me shut the fuck up is knowledge. Telling me something that, give me some. I'm a sponge. I'm willing to learn, but you gotta have something that's worthy of learning. So, and you can't teach me how to make money. I know how to do that. You can't teach me how to buy my own house. I've closed. I own a few. So, and you can't teach me how to buy a fancy car. I got one parked outside. So, teach me something else.
I'm here for that. I feel her too, because that's something that I noticed when I took a moment and really looked at, like, why was I dating, right? Like, why was I dating? Because at a time, like, remember earlier I was saying I used to use men, right? And that's hard. That's some hard stuff to admit to doing. It is. You don't want to be
this day and age.
You don't want to be that person. But like, when I really look back at it, I'm like, girl, I used to say yes to dates just because I wanted to try the food at a certain restaurant.
For free food.
Like, real shit.
So we can agree that is a thing.
No,
that's a thing.
Wait.
What?
We can agree that wait. Not you, but it's a thing. It's in the ethosphere that women have used men for the free food.
Absolutely do. Absolutely.
Yes. To visit a certain country. Because I just wanted to go, to this really expensive establishment and I didn't feel like paying for it. Not because I didn't have the money, just literally because I did not feel like paying for it.
Using the man's resources.
Yeah.
So now, my whole question is, how did you know he was able to even do things like that?
Because he started off flashing his money.
Right, exactly, the flash.
So this is what I was going to say to your question.
So now, hold on. In exchange for those resources, did he not get sex in return?
Yeah. He did, of course. Well, not every time. Let me listen. I already told you I'm a changed woman. Not every time though. I would say it's probably about 50-50 the number of people I went on dates with and never slept with versus the people I did. But what I will say is I was engaged, right, to my daughter's father, ended the engagement, and I decided that I wanted to be spoiled.
Why was like, and the engagement?
That's the long story short, because he's a wonderful man, and I truly, he's a fantastic father, truly, and I'm grateful to God every day that he's the person I ended up having a child with, not the ex before him, right? The reason I ended that relationship is simply because when people would come up, oh, when's the date? When are you getting married? I realized I wasn't excited. Mm-hmm. And, and it's like something in me was just saying we're not right for each other. And eventually I started to realize that I want a different type of partner than he wants, right? Like he was more looking for, he's Haitian, right? So like they, the concept of like the things that the woman does in the house were overarching the realities of our life, right? Like I was working all the time and still coming home to do every single possible thing.
You said he was the father of your child, right? Mm-hmm. You have more than one child?
Just the one, praise God.
When you were pregnant, were you working?
Was I working while I was pregnant? You know what's funny about that? I was and then I wasn't. I was and then I left my job.
Were you pregnant 3 months and still working?
Here's what you should understand.
Wait. Were you pregnant 3 months and working?
Yeah.
Were you pregnant 6 months and working?
No.
Were you pregnant 4 months and working?
No.
5 months?
No. So, but then ask me when I went back to work after the baby was born.
Wait, I'm just asking.
Okay.
So at least for 6 months,
yeah,
he was able to finance you, him.
No.
And so wait, y'all was.
This is why I was trying to say this earlier. No, I had money from my family. I had an inheritance from my grandmother. So I was still footing bills. I was still paying 50% even though I wasn't working. You see what I'm saying?
He never not one time opted to take care of you, and
he would have loved to, I'm sure. Like listen, like I want to make it clear in case you're watching, I'm not gonna drag you, okay?
In case mom is watching, I'm ready for me to be asked. Let me go when you finish. Tag me.
Listen, because I believe if you know of a good man, you have to tell the world that that's a good man, right?
Yeah.
Like I truly see the value in men. There's not like women are not the prize. The unity is the prize. Partnership is the prize between two prize-worthy people, right? So if when it comes to him and I, the place that we were in our lives was just tricky. He was an entrepreneur, he's a personal trainer, and he had seasons where, he would have a lot of clients and then he'd have nobody. And I always had to work in our relationship, except for a portion where I was pregnant and I just decided not to work, but I did use my savings to still fund my portion of our lives, right? And then once I was, the baby was born, I went back to work around 3 months of her being alive. And that was that. He's with a beautiful woman now. I love her. I love her relationship with my daughter and their relationship, watching them. She's African, right? So like I feel like the values that they have, the African culture and the Haitian culture are similar as far as what they like for the woman to do in the house. And they seem to mesh a lot better in that regard than he and I did. You see what I'm saying?
So I just want to touch on something. Why did you feel, so besides all of that, ending your engagement with your baby's father, you didn't see that it would have been a lot more simpler, easier to you to go forward with the marriage? Because my whole thing is this, if he was already okay with being in a 50-50 relationship.
I wasn't. That's why I left. Okay, so
wait. So okay, but right now you're in a 100-0 relationship.
Right, but I was also in one of those before. That was what it was.
Okay, so what's better, 50-50 or 100-0?
Okay, let me.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm gonna explain it. So during the season, I want to say the truth without hurting him, but there was just a season where he was not making the money that he needed to make. And he did not speak to me about it, right? Like he didn't have that conversation with me. He just stopped paying for things. And that, you see, like it just, that really, on top of other things, little, he wasn't cleaning around the house, like, etc. I was like, I am a single mother with 2 kids, like I'm coming in the house cleaning up after 2 whole people. And I realized that, I don't want to do that and be angry at this man every day I come home. I don't want him to be in a house where someone's angry at him when he comes home. You see what I'm saying? Like someone will value what he's bringing to the table. And he's again.
How come you didn't value it?
Huh?
How come you didn't value it?
I did value him. He's one of my best friends. Like, we're not best friends. We don't talk all the time, but I have love for him. I'm very grateful that he's my daughter's father. Like, he's a fantastic father. I value him as a man. I just didn't value him for me as my husband because the relationship would not have been the type of relationship that I'm looking for.
So, I mean, just, and I'm going to stop digging with you real quick.
I know, I'm like, damn.
I'm listening because,
right.
there's
So
all
but
walks
my
of
whole
life.
thing is this, because I'm hearing everything that you're saying, and the only, what I'm reading, right, what I'm trying to piece together is that until the money wasn't coming in the way it was supposed to come in, it was like I started seeing him less of a man.
I didn't say less of a man.
You didn't have to, but within so many words, colorful words, that's what you said.
I say that.
You know what I mean? Within so many colorful
No,
words,
but she
you
didn't
was very
say that. She didn't say that.
So articulately, because the way I see it is that whether he was putting in 0%, 50%, or 95%, or whatever have you, right? The overall presence of him being there is priceless. Why? Because he's your daughter's father.
And he's still very much in her life. She's with him right
watch
now.
Watch this now. Not under the umbrella of being under a mother-father single household. That's what I'm getting at, right? Shit happens. I definitely aware shit happens. Everything is not perfect. But when you said that you took it upon yourself to say you ended it, right? Yeah. I look at that as just like, okay, so cool. I already know that a man's value to women is unconditionally, and that is one of the reasons I'm going to answer your question now, right? With this monologue. That's why men lead with their finances, their resources, and their things, their shiny things. Because ultimately, we know that you want something, right? Wait. You want something, and it's going to have a dollar cash money. It's gonna have a dollar amount attached to it. Hold on. I'll let you speak, right? On top of that, right, when you get past that, when you get into the whole family ethics of it, right, it's like, okay, cool. Do I leave that mindset behind and realize the overall presence is priceless versus a fancy car in the driveway and...
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
wait. A 4-bedroom house.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm reading. It's like, okay, cool. Before he was your daughter's father and up until the baby, you know what I mean, came out your womb, yeah, I could fund it. I can go in my savings and stuff like that. But when I start looking, it's like, yeah, he's not making equal to or as much as me.
No. So
you said that.
Let me explain it.
Okay. You said there were times that he wasn't making money, and then there was a period of time that he stopped paying for things because he wasn't making money.
But he also
when he didn't talk to me. No, you're missing. You're completely. It wasn't about him not having the money.
Right.
It was the fact that he did not come and speak to his partner about that. And then instead of saying something, just literally acted like I couldn't tell that he wasn't paying for things, right? I could tell that he wasn't paying for things. I kept having to pay for them myself.
Hold on. I'm going to cut you off right there. So if he did and was like, yo, babe, I'm flat broke, 0 on 0 on 0.
Yeah.
You still would have took his hand in marriage?
Would I have taken his hand in marriage? The difference here...
Wait, I think that's an easy question.
No, well...
I told you. Marriage,
you can't. It's not. You're making.
I'm asking.
No, because let me explain. You're making the reason that we broke up about money, and it's not. And that's why I'm trying to correct you because
so
I had been with this man. He never was rich. He wasn't. He was never balling. Like I met him he had 3 roommates up in Harlem. I was taking the train to go be with him because I was staying at my parents' house. I was never looking for a financial supporter in this particular man. The reason that I said that after I ended my engagement, I wanted to be spoiled is because I had not had the opportunity to do that because I never dated someone that had a bunch of money. The 2 boyfriends that I had, my ex-fiance and then my boyfriend before him, both were 4-year relationships. And at some point during that relationship, I was financially footing the bill for both of us.
So the question that I asked, right? If he would have came to you and said, hey, I'm broke. I still want to marry you because we have this child. What would you have said?
No.
No, you can't answer for her.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to let you talk. But I'm going to ask you this, right? I'm going to ask you this, right?
So the reason...
You keep talking about the reason. I'm asking you a question.
Right? No, the answer is no, but it's not because he was broke. It was because he was also not doing his part as a partner. He wasn't contributing. Let me give you...
Because he was broke.
No, let me explain it. Let me explain it.
Contributing in other ways. She just said
let me explain it. Are you ready to hear something?
Okay.
Let me explain it. I always tell people, whenever someone asks me what happened here, I give them this exact rundown. Mm-hmm. I would wake up. He was a personal trainer, right? So he would leave the house around 5 in the morning to go have clients. I would wake up, get the baby ready, get myself ready, leave the house. I would have to carry the stroller down the stairs at the train station, take the baby to the babysitter for the day, get back on the train, go to my job, then go back and get the baby from the babysitter, carry her down and up the stairs again. And then the first thing that would happen when I would walk in my house is that the baby stroller would bump over his shoes that he could not freaking figure out. Do not go in the middle of the flipping hallway, right? And the first thing I would smell would be the cat litter that he did not clean. It was his two chores that I asked this man to do. Clean the cat litter, wash your dishes every other day, because I would wash the dishes every other day. If we washing dishes every other day, there's no dishes in the fucking sink. I'm sorry, God. There's no dishes in the daggone sink, right? He did not do those things. Do you see what I'm saying? The partnership was lacking. So I didn't care about his money. I never cared about his money. I cared about the fact that I felt like a single mom, even though I wasn't. And then it was like, well, hey, why are we having sex? I'm like, nigga, I am not into that right now, because I feel like I am taking care of this entire household every possible way. And it wasn't just the finances. It was getting up and doing all of the chores as if I'm by myself. But instead of being by myself, I have another person adding to the mess. You see? That was the part.
I see. Just in case he don't. Hello, I see it.
Hello, because I'd be trying to explain it.
I see it completely. I'll be like, hell no.
And again, he's gotten better. Like, let's be clear. I'm not gonna drag my baby daddy. He's gotten better.
And you're ready to say your piece.
She was like, listen.
I know you're ready to say your piece, so let's hear it. Right?
On which part? I guess she talked on a few parts.
All right. So,
okay.
What's more important, the man himself or the things he can provide?
I mean, that's like a 1-in-1. I mean, if the man himself, what can he provide as the man? I mean, a man, what we look for is stability, protection, and providing. Yeah. Right? So that's who he should be. Yeah. You know, if I know I can provide a home. I know I can make him comfortable. I know I can do those things that a man expects for in a woman, right? So if I know I can do my part, then you got to be willing to do your part. And I don't feel that I would take on a man who's, everybody has their own walk of life. I'm not paying 50-50 in the household. And because
somebody said lies. Greatest barber said lies, but we'll go into that.
First off, don't let me get started on Greatest Barber, because anyway,
that seems personal.
That's very personal, girl. So I'm frazzled.
This is interactive.
Don't let him get you. Don't let him get you.
This is interactive.
Yeah, I'm not. Let me tell you something. Have I paid 50-50 or more than 50-50 in a relationship? Yeah, a long time ago. Like with my children's father. And if he's watching from a fake page, you know, fuck you. But anywho, you know, so, you know, but that's why I think I've decided now in this stage of life, I'm not doing it anymore. You know, I just feel like in order for me to provide the things that I feel a man wants from a woman, I can't pay 50-50. I can't pay 50-50 of the financial burden, because, you know, he's gonna come home and want to have a home cooked meal. Right. He's gonna want his clothes clean. He's gonna want to come home to a nice clean castle, smelling good. He's gonna want me upbeat, smelling good, not stressed out.
So do you plan on not working once you have a husband?
No, I plan on being an entrepreneur. I plan on, you know, having my business going on, but me deciding what those hours are. You know,
I mean, like, so, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
So, in regards to your finances, right? So, are you, because what you're saying, you're not going to go 50-50, which I agree with personally. I don't plan on going 50-50. I'm saying I was in that place, but I don't plan on it. Right. But I do personally plan on contributing.
Absolutely. Okay. My contribution to the household is going to be equal to his contribution, but it's not equal in the financial aspect. Okay. Right? Because I'm not going to...
So it's 100... It was
100. 100. Because like she said, right? Like she was doing 50-50, but yet she was getting the baby ready. She was coming home, picking up the cat litter, washing the dishes, taking care of the kid. That's a full-time job. So in essence, she was doing 150. She was doing 100% because she's paying half of the bills and taking care of the house. Yeah. So that equates to she was doing more. I want to do equally. right? Because I'm going to be
Equally
too
your
stressed
portion.
out.
So equal is
portion
50-50.
so that the household works.
So equal is 50-50.
But
not financially.
Right, 50-50, yes. 50-50 contribution, but not 50-50 financial burden.
So I hold on, I got a problem
I
with
think
that.
that's fair, man.
And that's fine.
That's
How
not
are you
fair,
mad at that?
Because they don't equal out. You can't say. So I would love to live in a world to where we add the financial contribution as the part of the household structure, right? There's chores, there's emotional, there's mental, there is
Taking
sexual,
care of kids,
right? And this child rearing. I don't want to put this household structure and then financial and then all of those things. I want to put it under the same umbrella and give it its individual portion, which relate to 100, which add up to the whole household structure.
Yeah.
When you say that, it's like, okay, cool. I want you to take care of everything, which is fine, right? It's hypergamy, right? Which is fine. I want you to take care of everything, but then you want 50-50 of everything else. Well, guess what? If we're going to do it like that, then me taking care of the whole financial contribution to the household is going to be equal to or greater than everything else that you're doing.
No,
so
she's saying that she will do her part.
I'll do my part.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I were married to you, can you have my baby?
Right.
Can you hold it in your body for 9 months?
Can you breastfeed?
So then,
But you
then
shouldn't
you're
get
not doing
breastfeed.
50-50.
But you
Thank
shouldn't
you.
get credit for things that you're anatomically built to do.
And you shouldn't get credit for things that you're anatomically. You're supposed to protect, provide.
And I'm not asking for credit for that. I'm telling you, telling you this is what I'm going to do for you.
Right, absolutely. And I'm telling you what I'm going to do as the woman who's capable of doing those things.
Right. Also,
On top of that.
you're missing the fact that she said that as her man, he's gonna be able to expect a home cooked meal when he gets home. The house is gonna be clean. The kids gonna be taken care of. She's saying that she's gonna do all of that and still be an entrepreneur, which means that she's saying she's going to be a house mom or what do they call it? A homemaker,
right? Homemaker,
as well as handle her business on the side. So there's really nothing that you're lacking. Like when we're talking about traditional values, when we see people that say, I want my wife to stay at home, she's offering that right now.
Right.
She's literally saying, I'm gonna do that, but I am not going to contribute to the finances, because if you did have a woman that wasn't working, she would be doing the same stuff that I'm doing, but she couldn't contribute to the finances.
Right.
So just because I have a job doesn't mean I'm obligated to contribute to the finances, because I'm doing what a homemaker would do.
It's the obligation, right, to contribute.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that I won't pay anything in the house, in the home, for the financial burden. If we want to give it 10%.
Okay.
I like that.
That's fair. Yeah. I like it.
So, but I don't feel like I don't want to worry about me having a roof over my head, so the mortgage is on him.
Yeah.
Right? I'll take care of the food because I do the cooking. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of the cable. But the shelter is on him. He needs to make sure the family has a place to live.
That's
and the car.
I'm cool with that.
And I like
and
a
the
big
car
house,
note.
so my mortgage is high. So cool.
I'm 100% cool with that. The only thing is that when I say this is just some things that I just like to throw a monkey wrench in, right? This is my monkey wrench sometimes when you start thinking about relationships and household structure and kids and all of these things that kind of just take you away from everybody else and make you realize, okay, cool, I'm not going to the club, I'm not hanging out, and I'm not buying fucking fancy shoes. You look at.
I call cat, but go ahead.
You look at. What
she said?
Wait.
I'm starting to do this podcast, and every time his feet is up, I see red on the bottom.
He just changed his shoes.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it. He just
Without getting on the host.
Let the people know he just changed his shoes before coming on camera.
Let's not digress. Go ahead.
Focus, right? I just like to ask women this one question, right? What's better or what's worse, 50-50 or 100-0? If you had the choice to take on all of the financial problems and everything that you got to do with the stroller and bumping it on his shoe and all of that stuff, and you still had to contribute, and you still got to take care of everything, and then minus a man, or you split everything down the middle with the man, what would you rather?
What's worse is 100-0.
Yeah.
What's worse, but because I don't have to choose what's worse, I have a choice to choose, what I want. And if I'm choosing what I want, which was the celibacy journey, now that I'm coming out of celibacy and starting to date, I know what I want. I did the 100-0. I've never did 50-50, and I never will. However, I know what I come to the table with, and I'm not accepting anything less.
And what about you?
That's such a tricky question because it's like what is the 100 that he's offering? Or
no. I said you got to take care of 100.
If you do 100%, he does 0.
You're saying I would do 100%
and
have no man? Is what you're saying? Is your question basically?
Yeah, 100%.
Is it better to have no man or to have someone that you have to go 50-50 with?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say 50-50 is better, simply because it's one, gonna take a good 50% of your burden away from you, so that is a benefit to you.
Agreed.
But also the main thing to remember, I don't like to put things in absolutes, right? I don't want to be in any relationship that I'm not happy in. So if I'm happy, then that 50-50 won't bother me because I'm actually happy with the person. Then he's feeding into me the things that I need to be happy, and I'm feeding back into him. If the 100 is a happier place, I'd rather the 100. Do you see what I'm saying? I was happier not with my ex because yes, things are harder. Yes, it's more of a financial burden, but at least I'm not arguing with this man every night. At least my daughter doesn't have to see me arguing with this man every night. You see what I'm saying? Or eating my feelings because I'm angry at him, but I don't want to cause problems in our house. Or sleeping with somebody I'm angry at because you still got to do wifely duties, right? Even if you're mad at the man for not doing his part. So the happy place is what matters. It's not like a guarantee the 50-50 is going to be the better situation. It's basically where I'm going.
It's the happiness. That's well put.
It's so interesting you say that because do you think when men get in serious relationships, do you think we base the length of the relationship based on happiness? We don't. Men don't get in a relationship because we're happy or we're sad or we don't stay. It's not a feelings-based concept for us.
It should be.
Wait, right? We don't get in a relationship, stay in relationships, or end relationships based off our feelings. I'm with you because there is a greater goal, greater opportunity. You know what I mean? There's a what do you call it? A yellow brick road, right? There's light at the end of the tunnel. That's how we see that.
So what do men get in?
Are you sure that that's how all men see it?
I can tell you why.
Yeah.
I can tell you why. Because 80% of divorces are filed by women.
Yes.
And I didn't say black women, right? I said women in general.
No, this is a fact.
Right? But we did find out through a private conversation
Jeezy did file for marriage.
Wait.
Thank you, girl.
But we did find out through a private conversation that 38.9% of the 80% is filed by black women. That's neither here nor there. That's in the topics list. But what I'm trying to say is that at the end of
not all 30-something% are married to black men. But that's we can talk about that too.
Right?
Okay.
That's
also true.
I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right? When it comes down the middle between the two genders, right? Men and women are saying that they're willing to end relationships, marriages based on their feelings. Now I'm asking you, right? Now that I said that, and we're gonna move on after this, right? Now that I asked you that, right? Is that a legitimate concept to literally end a marriage based on your feelings? Do you know how fluctuant and how dynamic feelings are?
Yeah.
And on top of that, being a woman, do you know how emotional women can be? Is that I'm not speaking from a derogatory.
No, yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. Women are more emotional than men.
Women are emotional. So the fact that
Except the new age man, they real Drake-ish.
Don't listen.
Right?
Drake's out there.
So the fact that you guys have so much power, have been exercising it since 1960, to where you guys are just ending relationships. How does that work out in general? To where at the end of the day, if I marry a woman, I'm walking on eggshells, because that's what it's looking like.
You have a really valid question right there. That's a fair thing to ask. I think, for me personally, if you're not happy, there's multiple reasons that a woman
back to the happy.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not happy, could you imagine my mother saying, I'm not happy with Marcus right now. I'm putting him up for adoption.
Right. Well, that's crazy. Yeah.
But she's not happy. But that's what you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Over 2 years of having this conversation, Well, I wasn't happy. And
Yeah, but that's based on obligation, right? You can't equate your children.
You have an obligation to the person you have kids with.
Not as much as an obligation that you have to something that you gave life.
Yeah, I choose my man. The child is given to me.
Right. I'm born in my
okay,
body for 9 months.
But even being Christian, right?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to choose your child over your man?
No. And here's the thing,
So,
I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the reason that it's easier to leave a man than it would be to give up a child for adoption is because, okay, as fully formed adults, in my opinion, like, we have to be realistic about what is going to sustain a marriage. There are people that, like, every older person will tell you, yeah, we have to work on it, but that is my that's my happy place. This is my best friend. Like, you see what I'm saying? That relationship has to actually be something that is indeed making you happy. You don't have to be happy the whole time. You don't have to be happy the whole time, but you also shouldn't force yourself to be in a place where you're miserable.
Why not?
Because what is the point of that marriage?
Because that's the thing. The point of marriage is, at the end of the day, is not for us to be happy. It's for the successful upliftment of those kids.
I disagree.
I disagree too. Would you stay in a job that you were miserable in?
Yes, right, as long as it can provide for my family and make sure you stay in that alley.
Yeah, but you know,
right? Yeah, I'm gonna stay because I know what my chances of finding a yes. And this is why I said when men think we don't base our decisions on
I disagree because men cheat because that other chick makes them happy though.
No, that's not the reason why men cheat.
Men cheat because that other woman makes them happier.
Watch this now, right?
Please in that moment.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you why women cheat, but I'm going to also run some numbers by you, right? Women cheat at a 24% rate. Men cheat at a 28% rate, right? So those is not even too far off the scale to make it a men cheat more and da-da-da-da. No, it's all based off of fucking the wrong mentality.
Okay.
Right? There is nobody greater than the other when it comes to cheating. And if it is, it's not that much. Like I said, 28 to 24. But
I would question those statistics because I wonder, better at cheating. And I also wonder how many men are being honest. Right. Let's be real, because we all know men that cheat.
All we can do is talk about what's reported through the census of marriage. Okay. And divorces.
Those are the people who report.
Anything else?
And who actually go through with the divorce.
Anything else is hearsay.
It's a lot of women that don't leave their cheating husbands.
But hold on though. Hold on.
Right.
Listen.
Come on,
listen to
Beyonce.
Listen,
come on.
Listen to what I'm saying.
We can keep naming.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Keep listening.
List.
Were you there when Jay-Z effed that other girl?
I sure wasn't.
So how do you know it happened?
How do I know it did happen at all? I mean, if that's what they say happened,
Who's
I'm not.
They?
The
social
couple,
media?
like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they agree that it happened. They're aware that it happened.
Here nor there. That's not reported.
He has a whole child that no one talks about.
Where's the child? Has Jay-Z come? Has Jay-Z?
Do you know how tight Beyonce is with her NDAs?
Wait. Were you there in the room when she signed these NDAs?
I wasn't.
So when I was in my season of dating men for money, I dated a guy who was literally there. He was an older guy.
Were you there when he was there?
He was in this industry during the time when.
Were you there when he was there when he told you whatever he told you?
Why do you want to believe that he didn't cheat?
What I'm trying to tell you is this. I'm talking about what's reported, what I can actually Google up, right? I don't want to talk about, I don't want to get into we know, because I know the same information you know. But then I'm not going to add that to the conversation because I can't pull that up as a resource.
Fair.
I'm only going off of hearsay, even though it might be a hearsay that is known. But when we get into conversations like that, I'm not going to pull off of what I heard about Jay-Z because I can't Google that and say yes, Jay-Z said this. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Right?
I don't have time to sit here for his Googles.
No,
I don't. Hold on, I almost got it. Hold on. Exactly.
So when I get to cheating, right? 24-28, fine. You know what I mean? It can go left or right sometimes.
Numbers are skewed, but go for it. Go off.
Yeah.
Right? Go off, King. If you gonna hold fast those numbers, go ahead.
Right. It can go left or right sometimes, right? But besides that, what are some other reasons why a woman would leave a relationship? Besides the worst parts of the Bible, cheating, adultery, battery. Then what? Feelings.
Yeah, it is feelings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feelings probably take up 75% of the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
she's unhappy.
Yes. And I don't disagree with you that there are definitely women ending good relationships, or not good, but leaving a good man for silly reasons. I do believe that. I know that that's part of the feminist movement. Like one of the backwards things that happened with the feminism movement is that it messed up women's minds to believing that these men are worthless or that you should throw away a man over one mistake, etc. But at the end of the day, there is a portion of like your life where you come back. If you've been coming home consistently and being miserable for 3-4 years, right. What are you doing there? Your children, you said stay together for the kids. Do you know that your kids are more likely to have bad relationships down the line if they see bad parenting, bad relationship in the household? That it's not a good thing to stay together and hate each other and be in front of your kids. I will tell you, this man that I dated, the one that I said was not, ended up not being a man of God, he was so afraid of being in a relationship because his, you know what, I'm not going to say that because that's his business, but there was, his family did not present the best relationship in front of him, right? And his mindset, and every guy that I've talked to that is similar, because he's not the only one, they're always like, I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to end up, doing this and that to my mom, to my wife. But what they end up doing instead is just avoiding relationships, period. And never, committing because they just are convinced that if they wait for the perfect woman who is going to make them perfectly happy, they will never do the bad thing. They will never be unhappy in the relationship. That's not good. When you sit there and you're watching two people give each other like chance after chance, the mom's coming home crying. You got mom sitting in the back, room crying. Dad's gone, right? Dad's been gone for 3 days. He's on an extended trip with his other girlfriend. Dad comes home with another baby. Another woman having his baby. My ex.
Wait. Let me stop you because you about to go on a monologue real quick, right?
I really was.
So
I packed my bag.
Hello, Miss Trump.
So when you say how many when we get it back into 1960s, 1970s, right? Do you think it was more common than not for men to have babies outside of their current relationship?
I have no idea.
I tell you it was, right?
Yeah.
It definitely was. It definitely was a thing, and it was definitely more common, right? But one thing that you didn't hear or hearsay about was the mother bad talking the father, right? And you didn't know about your brother of 31 years until the funeral.
Yep.
Right? So whatever, if he had to play father Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in girl house A, and then play...
Wait, how is that?
Wait, and play father and the other... The only thing you know that your father was on a 3-day work trip. Whether that was good or
bad...
bad...
but home was still provided for while he was on that 3-day work trip.
These
days...
These men. I'm talking about these days, right?
Niggas is not provided.
But what I was trying to say, right? Before you cut me off, right?
Everybody.
But all you know was that while Daddy was at work for these 3 days, the lights were on.
Correct.
You had cereal, you had cable, you had food in your back.
And then you also saw your mom crying. And you think these kids don't see the mental distress in a woman? You think they don't see when their mom is miserable? First of all, let's be clear. That's why so many Caribbean women are mad as fuck. Like, let's be honest. I have a running joke that Caribbean women are always angry, and it's because their husband has another child. This is a consistent thing in the Caribbean household.
It's hearsay. I'm not gonna say it's
I wouldn't say it's hearsay. I have a Caribbean daddy.
You're Haitian, right?
I'm not Haitian.
Okay.
But he's Jamaican.
Come on.
And he got
having other kids.
So,
they run outside. I met my ex's half sister at my baby shower. That's how little you understand? I had never heard about this chick. I didn't know he had a sister. The household that his mama's house where he grew up, you wouldn't think that this child existed. So, this grown woman came to me saying, hey, I'm so-and-so's sister. And I had to be like, what are you talking about?
So
because
one thing I will say, right?
His dad had another child.
One thing I will say, right? As a child, we got to stay in a child's place, right? So you can't look at that from, oh, wow, why didn't I know about that before? Because it wasn't your business.
Having a sibling is your business.
Yes, having a sibling is not your business.
Now you're just saying it's cool to make kids and not let them know their sibling. Like, they have to grow up together.
What I'm saying is that as us as childs, when our parents did things left or right,
yes,
we needed to give them the moment to handle their business. Just like when we do things, we say, hold your fucking neck until I get to you.
Mind your business.
Exactly. Right. So it goes both ways because we can talk about it now. let's not use that as ammo and be like, well, this is why things are. No, we gotta let the situation play out. And the same way you can talk bad about that situation, talk bad about a particular situation, same way you can say like, hey, you know what? There's been times where you just needed to just let the man be the man and take care of two families. Yeah, I know. Very jarring. Right? Let's go to another topic.
Jesus. Ain't no man that has two families. That's how I feel about it. You're a man, then you are committed to your wife and your family.
So
men do not have side families. Those are boys.
Could you stay together with one person but sleep with somebody else?
No, well, damn. Y'all just go ahead. Sorry. Let me let her get.
Girl, I'm okay with you taking that topic because these people up here gonna call.
Like, no.
Could I stay with one person and sleep
could you stay together but sleep with somebody else?
Why would you? In what instance?
But hold on,
in a relationship?
Yeah, let's put it under that context.
In a relationship.
Yeah, because I want to hear where you want to go with this.
Could I? Sure I could. Sure I could.
Well, so why couldn't you say, you say sure?
Sure. I mean, let's say sure.
So what would be the reason that you don't want to sleep with the person that you're with?
Maybe he's not making me happy. Maybe he's not taking care of home.
See?
So maybe I gotta find happiness outside the home. Same way these men gotta find happiness outside the home.
That seems to be the recurrent topic. I need to be happy.
Why not? If I'm not happy at my job, I'ma leave.
Right.
Really?
Yes. Beyonce said, quit your job.
Beyonce said, all my single ladies.
All my single ladies.
She was married. That's a fact.
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
So guess what?
She's a liar.
Just like the Bible is open to interpretation.
Right?
You know?
What did Cardi B say?
I'll cook, I'll clean.
But yeah, she was cooking and cleaning, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think that's a good answer for you
But
right
that's my
now.
answer.
You can't listen to the celebrities. They do be lying.
They do, but you know, they make great
But
content.
regardless,
why I don't use them
why do you
as totem poles.
think? Here's what I want to ask you. We won't get off of this topic, but I want to ask you real quick. Do you not plan on being happy in your life? Because everything you keep saying is why does happiness matter? And I really feel bad. Like I want to hug you. Like do you need a hug?
Like I told you, right? Men being masculine is unconditional.
Okay.
There is no point in time where I can say to you that, babe, I can't pay for this, I can't protect you, I can't provide this for you, and then you still hold those same feelings of gratitude, respect, and honesty and loyalty to me.
I disagree.
I disagree with you disagreeing. Let me finish what I'm saying, right? Because if a situation were to persist where you was out with your man and he could not protect you, there will be a level of, why am I with this ninja?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the inverse,
yes.
In the inverse, if there was a situation to where you could not protect me, I'd be like, I'm just glad that you even thought about doing it. So, like I said, there are unconditional standards for men that is lifelong, right? And as long as those unconditional standards are met for the person that I'm with, I just know I just got to keep doing them. It's a double standard, and double standards do exist, but guess what? Men are okay with that. My problem is that when you keep getting onto this feelings-based argument to where I wasn't happy, right? Who is really winning?
What happens in these scenarios?
No. When you get into these arguments where it's a feelings-based, everything that you do is feelings. I'm not happy. Who is really winning and who's really losing? Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be we're supposed to be going towards the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Are you really heading towards that light if you jump off the train before we even get to the fucking end?
But if you are on the wrong train, do you see what I'm saying? If you're on the wrong train, some people you can be the man, like you can literally just be with the wrong partner. I
just think that is, you know what I hear when I hear things like that? That just goes into like fear and just being very pessimistic. Well, what if I'm with the wrong person? Well, what if the track is gonna?
I'm not saying.
I'm pretty sure you've seen car accidents or you've been in a car accident in your lifetime.
Sure,
absolutely.
You got in an Uber, or you get in cars, but you've seen the worst happen.
Yes, I'm not saying I'm afraid of relationships.
But that's the kind of argument for me. That's what I'm getting from you, right? Mm-hmm. You're saying, so when I say things, your thing is like, well, what if the man is the worst and da-da-da-da? But we still have experienced the worst things in our lives and still do those things in the observation or the mindset.
What I'm telling you,
being optimistic.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is this. If I'm on a plane like, let's use your example of scary things that happen. If I'm on a plane and I fly with Spirit and that plane crashes, I'm not obligated to get back on the same train. I can get on a different plane. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, same route.
When I say unhappy, it's not because the woman didn't try to be happy. It's not because she wasn't happy originally. It's because at some point that man stopped making her happy. Right. You see? And what you're not like thinking about is, did this man actually do those things that you're mentioning? Right? You're assuming. Wait, hold on. You're assuming that every woman that leaves a man because of her feelings is only leaving for something superfluous. That's not the reason. A lot of them are truly with someone that is a piece of shit, or someone that does not provide, or someone that does not protect. And in the instance where, oh, my man can't protect me, are you telling me I should stay with that same man? If my man gets his ass whooped, I gotta stay with that same man because he didn't even try to protect me?
Lisa, I want to ask you, what are the ways where men, make you unhappy?
Ooh. I'm gonna let you start, girl, because I got the laundry list. I'm gonna see how many you get. I'll just check off the rest of them.
We got a list. We got no time for this. What are the ways that men make me unhappy? They're sexually, right? So a man can make me unhappy sexually. There's a man can make me unhappy financially, right? Basically, if you don't succumb to my wants, that's gonna make me unhappy. You know, because we all have wants and desires, and that's what the whole thing of dating. That's what you figure out in the dating aspect, the dating phase. What does this lady want, and can I provide that? What does this man want, and can I provide that? Can I sustain that? And if you realize in the dating phase that you can't, you're doing me an injustice by continuing on with me.
Also true.
So, stop it from there. But why continue? No, I want to see, how far I can go. I want to see how much she gonna tolerate. I don't like that. Because then that is building resentment in me. And then that's why relationships go south, because you knew what kind of person I was from the jump. I don't hide that. A lot of times you're dating, you meet a person's representative. I represent who I am from the gate. Yeah. I want shit. I need shit. You know what I mean? And I like to come. So, in
that order.
Maybe come first. Yeah, so if I don't get all of those things fulfilled, I'm not gonna be happy.
What about you, Mary? I'm gonna call you Mary for sure. I don't want to mess up the name on the show. But
you can call me M. You can just go right there.
Yeah.
What are ways that men make you unhappy?
So I'm different because I just my the way I look at it right now is, for me, the way you can make me unhappy is be a liar.
Heavy.
Don't be a liar. That's just I can't stand it. I can't deal with it. I hate it. And
it's false representation.
Not only false representation, but it's like the one thing that I want to have with my partner is trust. That's one thing that I'm like, the rest of the world is lying to me. Everybody outside lying to me. I want you to be the one person I can trust, right? So if you lie to me, that's gonna make me super unhappy. And then also,
what if he lied to you and was a billionaire? Would that matter?
Money doesn't matter to me at this point.
What if he
I already had my fun time outside.
So what if he lied to you? What if he was a liar and was flat broke? Would that matter to you?
It would make it worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the audacity.
Right.
So wait. It would make it worse. So obviously, there's a financial component that is attached to lying to you.
No, you just included that.
Wait, come on. Come on. I don't like that. Come on, let's be for real. You just said in your own words it would make it worse.
It would make it worse.
So that means that what you could explain, but what that means is that with a little bit of money, that lying will come off a little bit easier.
Let me explain. You're saying flat broke, right? So you have to look at, what does that mean? If a man is
$0 and 0 cents.
So if a man is broke, that means that in addition to you lying to me, I'm also taking care of both of us.
Okay,
and that's why it's worse.
Okay, so
that's it.
So you said that, but at the end of the day, you said it would make it worse. So you
doesn't mean I'm staying with the billionaire that lied. I'm not saying that either one of them gets a pass for lying.
Wait, hold on.
I may stay.
Wait. I'm looking, trying to find the cap here, right? It would make it worse. So when you say that, is that whatever no pass you would give the broke man, you will give a little bit of pass to the billionaire.
No.
So why would you say it would make it worse?
Do you fail with a D and an F? Fail with a D, fail with the F. Both of them are failing grades. That's all I'm saying here. Both of them
D is
suck.
not failing.
D's do not get degrees. You got the wrong. It's C's get degrees, my friend. We need C and above.
D's I got my degree and I got a couple of D's. D's get degrees.
D is passing.
Thank you.
I did not know that. I was a really good student.
D is still passing.
D is still passing.
F means failed.
Yeah, F is actual failure.
Yeah.
Well, then let's say that if you are running a race and you come in third or you come in fourth, you still didn't win. So my point is, either way, they're both liars. Either way, I don't like either one of them, but one of them is even more disrespectful than the other. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That does not mean that either one of them should get a pass. I actually can't stand when billionaire men do those things, because to me it's like, yo, you know that you don't love me, right? You don't love me because you're thinking that your money should make up for your actions, should make up for your character. That's not love. That's purchasing. You are purchasing me. At that point.
I mean, we spoke about that earlier, where men should leave with their resources because the resources would attract you. So you can't turn around. You can't just turn around and say.
I didn't say that, by the way. You said that. And she conferred.
But I also said resources are not just financially driven. Resources
I'm trying to figure out where the double talk about to come.
No.
Because it always happens.
Me and Marion,
and I wait for it like
me
a trap.
and Marion both are women, but we have different tastes of life.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So lying is what makes you unhappy. What else?
I mean, obviously cheating, right? Like to me, that's a non-starter. You do it, just go ahead and pack your bags and leave with her, because you're not coming back to my house. I don't care the reason. I don't care the moment that you even entertained her. You left me as far as like our hearts go.
Why do you feel that your man needs to be monogamous to you?
You're wild. That's a wild question. That's a wild question. Wildness of that question.
Why do you feel that your man is obligated to be with you and only you for the rest of his or your life?
Girl. Why does he want to get married if we're not going to be monogamous?
You could be married and still have other partners. Marriage does not have to make you. Well, I mean, if you do or don't know, I would just. But you know what I mean? In Islam, you can have.
I'm aware. That's why I'm not a Muslim. No offense.
So now that's
not the only reason.
So when you say I'm answering your question, right? Why be married and be with one person? I'm just asking you why, even on a Christian biblical sense, or on a Christian sense, right? Why do you feel that your man should be obligated to you and only you?
Okay, this is gonna go deep. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'll pack my bags.
Girl, get on the train because we don't.
I'm ready for where this train is.
So, because I've thought about all of this, and I've had this conversation with so many brothers, Hebrew Israelites. They try to rope me into their little third wife bullshit. Sorry, Lord, I'm working on it. So, the reason that I have a problem with anyone looking outside of their marriage for sex is because they are still succumbing to the sexual desires of the body. You are still under the addiction of a sexual interest. And if your heart is that open, right? If you are that much looking outside of our relationship, that means that, one, you're not a man of God, no offense, but I don't believe that a man of God can be someone that is led by his penis. That doesn't, those two things don't correlate. Even David, per se, when he did his dirt, he always repented. He was always aggressively sorry and asked God for forgiveness. Now, if you are consistently thinking, I have this wonderful woman at home, she does every single thing that I need, and we actually do have good sex, but I still like, what's walking down the street, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it just for fun. How are you a man of God? And also, how are you a man that's married? How are you telling me that it's me and you that made this commitment to each other, yet you're the one that gets to keep your options open? I don't think that that's real love. I don't. I think that that's a friendship with sexual benefits, and then you have the option to do whatever outside. I don't find that to be a valid marriage.
So you said all of that, but I want to.
The Muslim men never want to hear that. They're like, all right, that's cool, but I'm still my faith lets me do what I want.
No, it's not that thing though, because you relegated that on, and I don't want to take it. I want to stay away from religion.
Right.
I'm not going on a religious standpoint, right?
Okay.
It has nothing to do, but what I'm trying to get is that the same way you like your man, do you not think other women like your man as well?
Do other men not like me? And the other men that like me have a bigger penis than you. So what are we talking about?
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
No.
I asked you, the question that I asked you was, the same way you like your man, do you think other women like your man as well?
Yes, and I don't think it should matter. Because if we are committing ourselves to each other, then that's what matters. If you like your job could get 6 more people to replace you. But why do they need other people when you're doing your job to capacity? You see, there's no reason for it other than lust. And you are falling to one of the deadly sins. That's all it is. End of story. Regardless of, okay, let's take religion out of it. You're just leading with your penis. When you look at someone and you want that and you decide, you know what, I can go ahead and have it no matter how it makes my wife feel, no matter if it tears apart our relationship or if it hurts her, even if she claims to be okay with it. You think any woman wants to think about her man with someone else? We are just as territorial as y'all, believe it or not.
That's all a feelings-based argument. Right? Because I'm going to come from the standpoint, but I'm going to ask Lisa real quick, right? It's all feelings based.
I like when we ask Marion.
Like I said, I'm going to say some things to ruffle your feathers, right? But
you are ruffling me. I'm not going to hold you. I'm like this damn pillow.
Right? Because everything that I'm hearing from you is all based on how I feel and this and this and this. But it doesn't go to the fact that men who make it to a particular place in life amongst other men should have the pick of the litter and everything else. Wait. But I'm gonna ask.
Pick your litter.
I'm gonna ask Lisa, how do you feel about that? Right?
About a man cheating.
Cheating. We can go with cheating, and we're gonna go from there.
What was the original question? I'm sorry.
No, let's start with that.
How do I feel about a man cheating?
Yeah.
I feel like any man who's again in the courting stage is gonna know how I feel about cheating. Right? Have I dated a man who cheated and we found out and stayed with him? Of course. Right? Because I hate to say this, don't cancel me, but he was taking care of home. So I felt like
that's a real answer. Thank you.
Yeah, like, I forgave it, but that's me and my whateverness. But I'm going to be more apt to forgive if I'm happy and my home is taken care of versus if he's not doing his job as I define a man should do, and you have the audacity to cheat
on top of
get your broke ass out of here.
I appreciate you for that because you kind of stole where I was trying to get at, right? This is the unconditional part of men when it comes to finance. No matter how it's sliced, diced, and sauteed and served, right? We all know as men, whether women want to agree upon it or not, there is a lot much more we can get away with. Get away with is a loose term,
That
right?
is true.
It's very loose. I don't mean that as a stamp of fact. There's a lot much more women are able to forgive,
right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as that unconditional status is met, that you're taken care of because you want to.
You looking at me because you are.
No. I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at you, but you want to be happy. So, monkey wrench, right? Here comes the big monkey wrench, right? You're happy in a situation. Your man is taking care of everything. He doesn't even have to be rich. And I'm gonna take this out of the risk component. Everything is paid for. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Lights is on when you click them on. Cable is on. PPV is on, right?
Been there.
Right? Right? But he's cheating. And this is why I'm gonna get to you real quick, right? But you don't know.
I don't know about it.
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
We always know.
First of all, that's
men
not
don't
possible.
cheat good enough.
Wait.
They really are.
And not even just that, real quick, but the other woman will make sure that
because
God,
women want to be seen. That's why men are terrible at cheating. But let the host go ahead and say what he got to say before he bursts out his seed.
It's not what I said, right? Lights is on when you click them on. Food is on. Car porn. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. Hair, nails, and everything. But he's cheating. And you don't know. Right?
What I'm arguing about if I don't know.
Thank you. What are you arguing about? So now
I can't argue with
So now wait. So watch this now. So now let's get to a situation from when you don't know to when you do know. And everything is still the same. What changes?
Okay.
I mean, if you don't know, nothing changes until you know.
Until you know.
Right?
So what changes?
A baby comes along, or until an STD pops up. That's when you know.
Exactly.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah,
but it happens. Y'all never want to look at what's going to happen down the line. It's going to get there. It always does.
No, because that's
it always does. She will pop up at that woman's job. She will pop up at your house. She will pop up in your DM. Side chick. Come on.
Not to say that it don't happen, but it don't happen enough to where men could say, I'm not going to cheat. There are some very successful, not even cheating, and I don't want to use the word cheating, but there are some successful alternate relationships is the term we're going to use.
What's
besides
success?
the main.
What is
Where
success? Just
everybody's
people
happy.
staying together?
Where everybody's happy. That's
How
success.
How is the woman?
Because that's what you want. You want happiness.
Let me explain.
The whole conversation
but you
and your
can't-
whole counter argument
Yes.
to me was as long as I'm HAPPY.
Now, didn't I also say that you can't make me happy if you're lying to me?
You wouldn't know until you got caught.
Okay, and then what does that do? Immediately rips our entire family apart. Now hold on. You specifically said that the reason a man should, the reason a man is more prone to stay in a relationship is because he has that goal on the end, right? That tunnel vision. How is it that your tunnel vision somehow includes other bitches? Make that make sense. The tunnel is me and you.
Because men are able to manage multiple tunnels.
No, they're not.
Yes, we are.
They're really bad at it.
We're
Women
really,
are way better.
We're really good at it. That's what we're designed
Because
to do.
men don't mind being quiet. Women
Come
always
on,
want to be
women.
loud.
A chick is gonna pop
Men-
up at your job.
Men are
You're
able
going to bring
manage-
that woman around your friends, and
he's
your
talking
friends are
about
gonna
men
know.
being
It's
able
a
to
disrespect.
financially
No, listen.
advantage.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Men are able to manage multiple tunnels.
Okay.
All right. Men are able, or double standard or not, right?
Only financially, girl. He's not talking about emotionally.
Yeah, or
men,
mental.
a man can't manage a
They're
woman's
terrible.
emotions.
They're terrible.
But as long as you're
We don't
happy
let
with
you
the
finish.
Dior bag and
See,
the
that's not me.
Audi truck, I mean,
You know, no, not necessarily. You know, see, and that's like superficial happiness.
okay.
Exactly.
You know, because at the end of the day, like I like all those things, but I also don't like to share my man.
That part.
I hate it. It upsets me.
You want to talk about Beyonce? She gonna rock them VCS foes. I let you go. That's the whole. She told us that man paid for her to stay in that relationship. That whole song was about all the things that she didn't want to give up if she gave up her cheating man. Now, I personally, she can provide these things for
She
herself.
vouched for the money.
Thank you, girl. I've been.
She can. So why would she stay with a cheater if she can get all the things that she's already getting that he could provide? Oh, you're providing this. I already have that. Why would I stay with a cheater?
Would you stay with Jay-Z if he cheated on you?
I'm not.
Jay-Z? Yes, of
Would
course.
you stay with Jay-Z if he cheated
I don't
on
even
you?
like Jay-Z.
Neither do I, but you
No,
know,
no, no,
I don't
wait,
like
that's
lifestyle.
that's not what I asked
that it
you.
could provide
I
for
would
me and
not
my
be with
children.
Jay-Z to stay with Jay-Z.
Who do you like in the Hollywood spectrum of men? Who do you like?
I really don't mess with these niggas. I don't like Chad. Let's say Chadwick Boseman. I like Chad.
Okay,
he
if
was
he
a good
cheated
man.
on- if he cheated on
He
you,
wasn't
would
cheating
you
on
stay
his wife.
If he cheated on you, would you stay with him?
No,
That's
no,
cap.
no. There's
Might
no
well-
cap.
I feel like we could. I feel like
But
maybe I
You can't decide. You can't decide if I'm
Yeah,
going to
Ken,
cheat or not.
that's super cap.
I sat here and
The
told
numbers
y'all.
show that's super cap. And even
That's
you
how.
said yourself,
But that's how
and even
she
you, no, she
feels.
feels that way. But even you said yourself earlier was that the fact that one, you said it twice, right? You said one, it would be worse if I was with a broke man versus a rich man, even though I would leave both of them. But you did say it was worse, and then you also said earlier was that the mere fact that your baby father was not providing for you financially made it hard, made it worse for you to stay, or made it a problem for you to stay with him.
On top of the
on top
other
of everything that
things,
he
but
did,
I said
made
that
it
the
seem-
main things.
So all
were
you
the-
really did was that you
No.
put the financial component on top of everything else.
But do
That-
understand?
I understand,
I
but on top
added-
of everything that you said, the financial component on top of everything
I
else.
think that you want to
really-
believe. Because listen, let me
Okay.
give you a little. Let me dive into you. You want to believe that finances are the most important thing that a man offers to a woman in a relationship, but you're forgetting.
wanna believe that,
You're
but
because you keep bringing it up, and that's the main thing that you're harping on. And I understand why, because truly in today's age, women are very serious about and very vocal about their desire for a man to make a certain amount of money. However, if we actually look at what love is and what real, you see what I'm saying?
Like that word love.
We haven't even used the word love in this whole conversation yet. And that's what I want in an actual marriage. That's why I didn't get married. I had the opportunity, right? I had a ring. I gave it back because I wanted.
Because you didn't love him.
Exactly.
Because he was broke.
No, nigga, I love you.
Be done with it.
That is not the
Watch
only
this, watch
thing.
this. And we're gonna sum all of that up with two questions. With two
I wish
questions.
you would have hit him.
Right?
I should.
Right?
I
With two
still-
questions, right?
I ain't even been drinking. I
Right?
still want to hit him. Go ahead. Because you
single?
know I didn't
Watch
say
this.
that. Let me be
Watch
clear.
this. Watch
I
this.
did
Hold on.
not say that I left him because he didn't have the money.
Yes,
and you
did.
know that.
You said
We can
that.
go back in the tape.
It's on Instagram.
Go back in the tape.
Right? But
Roll
watch
it.
this.
All right.
But I'm gonna ask you
Rewind
two
the
questions.
tape.
I'm gonna ask you two questions, right? I'm gonna
Yes.
ask you two questions and then we're going to the next topic, right? One man with $1 billion one man with $0. Who are you gonna choose to love?
Love
And don't. Well, no. That's all you know. That's
You're ready?
all you know.
Are you ready?
That's all you know from these
Are
two
you ready?
men. Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you going to actually listen to my answer, Marcus?
I'm gonna listen.
Thank you. Because he's gonna put things that I didn't say out there, right?
Yeah.
I would choose the man that doesn't have money yet if he has a plan on how he's going to get there. I would not go for a billionaire. I have actually dated a millionaire who wanted to marry me, and I decided against it because he wanted to own me. I saw it all over him, and he had no desire to actually be in a loving relationship with me. I have accepted and seen that a lot of men that have a lot of money are literally broken inside. That's just a fact. They are not, like, they are broken, and they use their money to mask that, to hide that. And a lot of their women are literally miserable as soon as you close the door on that mansion. She's crying in these $1,000 sheets.
So I'm gonna pause
I
right
want
there.
actual love, and I want actual happiness. And if the broke man is actually good to me, then I would choose him. If the billionaire is good to me, I would choose him.
So
whomever is good to me.
This is where you missed the question. And I'm gonna actually say the same question,
I
right?
hate when we actually.
Right? All I asked you, the only thing that you know about these men is that.
Okay.
That's all I asked you.
Okay,
Get
fair.
into, so
Then I would
asked you.
choose the broke man because I don't trust billionaires.
That's cap.
No,
But
I'm not joking.
I'm gonna ask you
Go for
now. All you know about these two men, right? All you know about these two men is that one is rich and one is broke. Who you going to choose to love?
See, okay.
That's
so
the only thing you know.
That's the only thing I know. Who am I gonna choose to love? I'm not gonna choose either to love. Who am I gonna choose to
Give a chance
to is the one with money. Because, I could possibly learn to love you with money. Possibly. Right? But, I would have to work to love the broke one. Because I know he's gonna bring me down a little bit because I already have a life set up for myself. So, if I take on someone who, needs me to, for one, if he's already down, I'm going to have to pull him up. Your people should know we're on live, so they should not be calling and texting us. He's on live. So I'm going to choose the one who has means, right, to possibly meet and fall in love with. But most likely, the one who's broke is going to possibly treat me better.
So the only thing I just really want to ask, and I felt like you gave a cap answer to, which is fine. Hold on. You can't overtalk the host, right?
I can.
You can please.
And I will.
The only thing that I just want to say real quick, right, is that at the end of the day, a man's financial component is always going to be uppermost in every woman's mind. No matter if he's treating you like a queen or he's treating you like a dog. All your contributing factors about when you decide to leave is, am I crying in a Toyota or Bentley? Okay?
No.
And at the end of the day, that is facts. You said it yourself with so many colorful words, and I let you paint that picture.
I really did not say that. And you are going to go back over this and see how many times I did not say it and how many times I corrected you when you told me that I said it.
I agree.
And
you did say it.
Thank you. And it's okay that you want to believe that because I see that society is there. Again, I'm at a different place in my life where I have tried to find really what matters, what really matters. And I've watched my own father. I've watched my father, not have enough money, and my stepmother stepped in to take care of that whole situation. I know for a fact that if I find love first, the rest of it is going to work. If I only look for this man's money, Lord only knows what is actually hiding underneath that facade.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
when you pull love into it,
I'm saying
right.
love is what matters
right.
to me more than the finances.
Right.
I want to change gears real quick, right? We'll probably go to a commercial break. We got some guests in here. Shout out to my homeboy Warren in the building. Yeah, B&B NYC Studios, baby. We are here. And my big homegirl just walked in. All right. Brr, bow.
Sound effect.
All right. So, real quick, one more question. Would you leave your husband for your job?
Commercial break?
So we're going to go commercial break. Ladies, stay seated. We're going to go to quick commercial break. Hey, remember, it's your boy DJ Easy. Tonight. It's all about OTM Dice, 4807 Church Avenue. It's all about Ronnie Vibes. We got a new Carnival Saturdays popping up. I know we was at Flavor 2, but we're moving locations. Stay tuned. We got the biggest Halloween party about to drop. So just stay tuned, stay forward. Yo, I've been looking at the comments, right? And I just want to get to some comments before I get till we go to break. Because hold on. Because I gotta shout out the greatest barber.
Yeah, we have to shout that person out. Okay, let's shout out who else we got.
Right?
She said shout out, move on.
We also got OG Pretty Boy.
Oh, who else? Get somebody else.
Right? I just wanna
It's down in these comments.
It's super ghetto, right? But I just wanna, before we go to commercial break, right?
What they say?
I wanna read something that the greatest barber said, right? Because
yeah.
this is an interactive show, and a lot of times
Absolutely.
conversation
Yeah.
right? No percentage of money. We make sure stuff is good collectively and then build from there.
Nice.
Shout out to the greatest barber, right? Then I'm gonna go to your
10 out of 10
Instagram,
would not recommend.
Right? 10 out of 10 do not recommend,
She
right?
said block him from the lot.
Block him.
Right?
Let me ride.
Kevin Kelly 555 said,
Okay.
don't let him stress you.
Yeah, easy. Meaning don't let easy stress you.
I'm trying, Kevin. You know,
Don't let easy
So,
stress
this
he warned me
conversation-
that he was gonna do this.
I listen,
did
it's the
warn
same
me.
conversation every week, and I tell all my guests, I will say things to ruffle your feathers, to piss you off, and to get the conversation started. But in the meantime, between time, we are in a commercial break, right?
New radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over.
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's, not go certain places. Me a girl, me no f***ing for link, and me no friend for face. Young girl, no for kill. If I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't wear it. I buy when your money can buy book, so me know your savings. Woman, have confidence. And you feel earn for depend on yourself. You only could 9 to 5. Make it up right now. Someone we don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy bed. Pack up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your mid. What a good thing, me no live for
Talent over.
I will never live to impress people. And me no live to impress people. Talent over. Me not talent over. I'm not buy patrol if I don't have a pot. Right now me thief when I say fun. Say them a real hot girl and them scope not hot. So when them on town antenna, them girl they are real, I'm a better. He bought me for them, can't stand to see them.
Talent over.
But what a good thing, me no live to impress people.
Talent
I will never live to impress people. I mean I know how to live to impress people. Yeah, I just live my life. Talent over hype.
Talent over. Hype.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over.
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's, not go certain places. Me a girl, me no f***ing for link, and me no friend for face. Young girl, no for kill. If I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't wear it. I buy when your money can buy book, so me know your savings. Woman, have confidence. And you feel earn for depend on yourself. You only could 9 to 5.
Over.
Make it up right now. Someone we don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy bed. Pack up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your mid. What a good thing, me no live to impress
Talent
people.
over.
I will never live to impress people. And me no live to impress people. Talent over. Me not
Talent over
And now buy patrol if I don't have a pot right now. Me thief when I say fun. Say them a real hot girl and them scope now. Watch out when them on town and dinner. Them girl they a real, them a better. He bought me for them. Can't stand to see them.
Talent over
But what a good thing, I left me impressed people. I mean I know how to live to impress people. Yeah, I just live my life. Talent over high.
Talent over hype.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's. Not got certain places. Me a girl, me no f***ing for link, and me no friend for face. Young girl, no for kill. If I know your size, don't hear it. And if I know your price, don't hear it. I buy when your money can buy food, so me know your savings. Woman, have confidence. And you feel learn to depend on yourself. You only could 9 to 5. Make it up, find the money. Someone we don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy it. Pack up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your mid. What a good thing, me no live free.
talent over
I will never live free, impress people. And me no live free, impress people. Live my life. Talent over me not talent over and now buy patrol if I don't have a pot right now. Me thief when I say fun. Say them a real hot girl and them scope now. Watch out when them on town and dinner. Them girl they a real, them a better. He bought me for them. Can't stand to see them. Them on town and them want
over
but what a good thing, I left me impress people. I mean I know how to live to impress people. Yeah, I just live my life. Talent over high.
talent over hype.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's. Not got certain places. Me a girl, me no f***ing for link, and me no friend for face. Young girl, no for kill. If I know your size, don't hear it. And if I know your price, don't hear it. I buy when your money can buy food, so me know your savings. Woman, have confidence. And you feel learn to depend on yourself. You only could 9 to 5. Make it up, find the money. Someone we don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy it. Pack up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your mid. What a good thing, me no live free.
talent over
I will never live free, impress people. And me no live free, impress people. Live my life. Talent over me not talent
over
and now buy patrol if I don't have a pot right now. Me thief when I say fun. Say them a real hot girl and them scope now. Watch out when them on town and dinner. Them girl they a real, them a better. He bought me for them. Can't stand to see them. Them on town and them want
over
but what a good thing, I left me impress people. I mean I know how to live to impress people. Yeah, I just live my life. Talent over high.
talent over hype.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over
me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's. Not got certain places. Me Me a girl, me no frightened for link, and me no frightened for face. Young girl, no for kill it. If I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't buy when your money can buy books for me.
We are back. Yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us, hanging out with us, jumping in, jumping out, that type of thing. Shout out to the greatest barber. Shout out to Big Red.
Why do you keep shouting this?
Shout out to D3 Money. Shout out to Fast Slim. Shout out to Part of China. You know, I didn't get a chance to even look at my Instagram and stuff like that. If I didn't shout you out, it's not because I'm not paying attention and that type of thing. I just didn't even get a chance to load my stuff. And it is what it is. Right? It is what it is. It's recorded, so I'll post it later. So, in the meantime, in between time, listen, don't send me an order notification for the show when you should have been on the show. And that's not no shade to anybody, that's just shade to somebody. Right?
Let's shout out that person. Shout out to yourself.
Shout out to you. Right? Shout out to you. So, my question is, you know, for the women on the panel, would you leave your job for your husband?
Yes. Okay, so I'll start.
Okay.
Right? No problem. It depends on what that husband was doing for me to leave my job, right? And I talked about this in my home. I once was dating a man who was an entrepreneur. We won't say any name just in case they're on this live. And now, you know, he is a $1 million industry. So would I have left my job to work for my husband? Absolutely. For that particular husband, because it wouldn't make sense for me to make what I'm making, right? A few $100,000 when we're a powerhouse making $1 million. So in that instance, yes. Would I leave my job to work for my husband who was a startup, who didn't know what his idea was going to bring to fruition? No, because if that failed, I got to be able to pick up the pieces. And, you know, the household can't fall because he has an idea. So let him do his thing. Let me do my thing. And if it's working, then of course. But if it's not, we got to have a fallback option. And I feel like I would be the fallback option. Yeah.
What about you, Em? Would you leave your husband for your job?
Would I leave my job for my husband? Or
I'm sorry.
I would definitely leave my husband for my job.
Would you leave your job for your husband?
See, that's tricky for me, right? Because I'm an entrepreneur, and the thing about me is that I also have big dreams for my own life and for my own name, right? To build something for Marion. So, like she said, I agree with you. Like, it would really depend on what he's doing, right? If he you know, invented something and it went through the roof, and now it's like, yo, like, we're making all this money, and it just makes more sense for the family to be united under this one thing, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But if it's just like his business is making as much as mine or less than mine, then I would not, because it just wouldn't make sense. Like, whatever makes sense. Right. But I'm open to it, is what I would say. Like, that's not something I'm against at all.
Your comment made me instantly think of Acrimony, the movie.
Yes.
When Robert built that thing. Oh man, that created controversy.
Girl, you can have a whole podcast just about that one
Acrimony.
So on top of that, right? On top of that, I just hear, you know, from you, you know, I'm just gonna dig real quick, right? Everything that's coming from your side, it just seems so conditional. Well, it has to make $1 million, or what if, you know what I mean? I asked Lisa, she just said yes. I asked you.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. She said yeah.
She literally said it depends on what he's doing. That's a condition.
For some,
that's a condition. You just want to get at me. I was here on time.
You know what? You didn't do anything to me, but yo, you know what? You're right. I can admit when I'm wrong, right?
Thank you.
From the panel.
Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it.
You know,
one
from the
time.
panel, it just seems so conditional. Because the way I see it is this, right? $1 million or $50,000, right? The access that you get, you're right. I did make a mistake, right? And I didn't mean to point on you. But accountability, right?
Boom. See? That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
$1 million or $50,000, right? The excess of the money that you're not making would be the man itself and his company and his time and his proximity to you. He is not at an 8-hour job and you're not at an 8-hour job. So the reason why I said it like that, right, is because no matter how much money you're making, and hopefully is above the poverty line, right, just that you have a close proximity to him and an idea that you guys can drive forward should mean way more than the overall financial total, because it's worth more.
But let's be realistic here. No, most couples don't do that. Most couples, the man and the woman, or just the man, whomever, or just the woman, goes to a 9 to 5, or goes to their job and then comes home. So why would I need 24-hour access to my husband? Like, I want to miss you a little bit. Go ahead and be out, go somewhere and come back, and let me fix up the house for when you come back.
The only difference is that the man or woman are not venturing in their own business. That's why I asked, would you leave your job for your husband? It's under the umbrella that your man is doing something on his own and not working for somebody.
Right.
So that allows him more freedom to make more choices.
But that don't mean we have to be around each other all the time.
I mean, well, I will tell you this.
Right.
I will ask you this.
I mean, he can't cheat if I'm around him all the time, so maybe you got to vote. That might be the 50%. Right. That might be the what's worth it. Keep eyes on him.
But I will ask you this. What's wrong with being around your man 100% of the time?
Nothing wrong
When
with
did
it.
Because you made it seem like that was a problem. I'm asking
I
you.
don't want it, personally.
Why not?
You need time to miss a person. I need time to miss my kids. Being away and coming back home, it's like, oh man, I missed you guys. What'd you do without me? Same with husband. You know, like, oh babe, I missed you. And everything is better when you miss a person.
Yeah.
I can think of a few things that are better when you miss a person.
Come on, celibacy. Come on. Come on now. All I'm saying.
So you said all of that, but I'm gonna close out just like this, right?
Okay.
We said all of that, and that was great, right? But this is where feathers really get ruffled.
Oh,
right?
Goodness,
This is where things get really sticky and icky, right? Do you think women are able to handle the truth? Can women really accept the truth and still make those decisions without a feelings-based argument? Because that's what women claim.
We both quiet.
We want
No, it seriously depends on the truth.
It depends on the truth.
The truth is, I'm providing this lifestyle, but I cheat a little bit. I can't handle that because I'm gonna have to go. Then I'm in a conundrum. Like, I really like the lifestyle, but if I've grown to love you, I don't want to share you. So I'm gonna have to figure it out.
And I'm hurt.
I'm gonna have to cut my losses and go. You know what I mean? But if the truth is.
That's the thing, like the question that you're asking, and it's tricky because you keep saying, "Oh, everything your answers are conditional," but there are conditional. There's more to life than just black and white, right? Like we live in the gray, and the reality of it is, there are different truths that are harder to handle. Like, I can handle the truth, but am I gonna like it? Right. Is the truth wild?
Well, the truth is black and white. Truth is what it is.
But I'm saying, if the truth is, hey, I cheated on you when I'm having a baby with another woman, I can't handle that. Right. You might as well just pounce. Like, don't even tell me. Just disappear. Let me think you died in a car accident. I'll be happy with that.
So you're okay with the lie?
No.
Wait. You said, well, don't even tell me. Tell me that you got.
I said, just leave.
Just leave, right?
Just bounce.
So that was so crazy.
You ain't have to tell me that. You don't have to tell me the details of it. Just go. Just leave. You did something that ended our relationship. You did it, not me. You did it. You don't get to then hurt me even further with your truth.
Handle the truth.
I'm gonna need to know why he left, because I don't want to call you. I don't want to be blowing up your phone, babe. What happened?
Wait.
I'm gonna need to know why, so I know to leave you alone.
Can women handle the truth?
Yes.
It depends on the truth.
You said yes.
Because you have to understand that handle does not necessarily mean someone's not going to get upset.
Right.
That's it. I can handle the truth. I deserve the truth. You have to be able to understand that you're going to deal with the consequences of your actions.
Of your truth. Right.
End of story. Yes, we can handle it. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, preach it.
This is where I disagree with that, right? Because if handle the truth means that you're going to make a feelings-based decision, it's not handling.
Okay.
Right?
I like that statement, but
that is handling. That's how you decide to handle
a feelings-based decision versus what's going to be in your best interest is not properly handling.
That is handling, but that's how you choose to handle it. If you're dating a woman and she cheats on you and gets pregnant for someone else,
come on.
Can you handle the truth? That's not your
baby. That's not your baby.
That's not a feelings-based argument. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh out my options and what's better for me. Right? Feelings-based argument, right? If a woman has a baby on me, right? what situation I am. Is she providing for me?
No.
Or she's not providing for me?
She's not providing. What do you say?
She's being a wife.
I mean,
She's providing a house, a home.
Yeah.
But now she's also bringing a baby into this world that's not of your DNA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
Can
you handle that?
Yeah, I can handle it because I'm not going to make a decision, one that's feelings based. I'm going to look, how does that benefit me? Do I have to provide for my baby plus that other baby? No, that is not. That's not.
Flag.
Yeah, you're not going to flag me on my house, right?
Flags.
So, am I going to pay for that baby and then my baby? No, that is not in my best interest.
So
why are you
handling it?
But why are you staying with a cheater?
Right.
On who's
and
got the
we're
better
handling
interest.
it on our interest.
Yeah.
So now I cheat on you. I'll bring another baby, but nothing about your lifestyle changes. But
everything about my lifestyle changes.
No, nothing.
First of all, you're now going to be gone. Who's doing Christmas with you? Who's doing Christmas with you? Who's doing Christmas with you? Are you not going to be
everybody's together?
So the entire life just changed.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, it
You
did.
getting all your gifts. You getting your Audi truck. You getting your four-door house.
But now
we
gotta share.
You need to.
Everything about our life as we know it changes. From that point that you introduce that other child into the matrix, everything changes. Because like Nick Cannon, he got all these kids around.
And nobody's life's changed.
Everybody
Everybody's living happy.
He chose women to do that with that were comfortable with it.
Okay, so
he chose women that were comfortable with it.
He didn't start
off with relationships and then go out and have 6 kids with other
people.
We don't
know that. We don't know exactly.
Don't do this.
We don't know how Nick Cannon chose his women.
We're not going to do this.
He's choosing his own narrative.
Listen.
And then call us delusional.
Yeah.
Listen. We don't know how Nick Cannon, and that's why I don't like talking about superstars, celebrities, and that type of
They have different lives.
We don't know how they chose their lifestyle. We weren't, and all we know was what's reported. What's reported is he has 10 baby mothers.
Come on.
And all of these baby mothers are fine, happy, and healthy.
Because they're playing their position. My position as the wife in the household is to be the wife in the household and support the family. You bring on a baby, that means not in a marriage, not by myself.
No, but by yourself. But you want to be the only one.
Of course.
Okay.
That is how it should be. Just because you personally have the desire to keep doing other women still claiming to be a husband does not mean that that's what a husband is. No offense. A husband does not do that. If you want to do it, go nuts. But that's between you and your wife. And I think that personally, it's disrespectful. That's how I feel. Because I am no different than you when it comes to emotionally or physically being attracted to someone else. But I will not step out on my husband. If you're telling me that I should accept it. First of all, let's be honest. Let's talk about that. Why not? Why not? What if this man is effing the S out of me?
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
That's important.
Real talk. What if he's bigger than you? What if he's slaying and banging?
I'm about to answer your question.
What if he has more money?
I'm about to answer your question.
Overtop the host, girl.
Now I'm mad. Fuck the host. The host been telling me I said everything but what I said.
Women with multiple engagements are looked down in society versus men with multiple engagements
double
are looked
standards.
up. So it's a double standard. Double standards do exist.
Yeah.
And men don't complain when it's not in our favor or it's in our favor. Like I said, it's not in your favor for women to have multiple engagements.
Okay. Now, regardless of favor, regardless of society, if your wife has the opportunity to sleep with, let's say, I don't know, what was his name? Lexington Steele, right? The porn star, right? Let's bring it back. She has the opportunity to get worked by this man, okay? And she's seen his work on camera, so she knows what he's about to do to her. Should she take the opportunity just because it would be enjoyable? Or should she respect the fact that she's married and she loves you?
She can do whatever she wants.
Touche.
Just know that the consequences of her actions will decide her future.
Huh?
She can do whatever she wants, but the consequences of her actions will decide her future.
So in his case, men don't have consequences.
Come on, because I was going to say it. So do men not deserve consequences for sowing their royal oats?
Men do have consequences, right? But what we do, we act accordingly.
At this point,
Right?
he just...
So at the end of the day,
he's going to
right?
say whatever to fit his narrative.
Yes! Delusional.
At the end of the day, right? at the end of the day is this, right? And I just want to get into just a quick.
You're so full of it. You're so full of it.
I'm not.
You're so full of it. Because if your wife cheated on you, you would leave her in 2 seconds. But if you cheat on your wife, you believe that she should stay. And that's crap.
What I just told you is a double standard. And double standards do exist because in society, women should not have more or multiple sexual partners. And it is what it is. What you want to do.
Wait.
What you want to do, you want to fit a square peg into a round hole. People could do whatever they want. The consequences are not the same for men and women. We understand it because when it's in women's favor, men do not argue. We just play the game. What you want to do is put that type of umbrella on us. We can play the game and we can play the field and we could not be looked down in society. It is what it is.
Let me just tell you really quick, you are so affirming my celibacy right now. Like,
Well, I'm glad I am.
So you're not
I'm gonna reattach my celibacy.
literally like, and this is why.
Yeah, thank you.
Because the mentality.
Round 2 coming up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The mentality is wild. First of all, I don't care man or woman. A marriage is not a place where you are sleeping with other people. There is no reason to get married if you want to sleep with other people. You should just stay single if you want to sleep with other people.
Yes.
That's how I feel on both sides. I think a man deserves respect and therefore his wife should not cheat on him. And I think a woman deserves respect. And that's where you're losing me because thinking that you should just be able to cheat means that you assume that you shouldn't have to respect your wife. And we should respect our spouses.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying. You don't want to admit it, but that's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that the options. What I'm saying is that the disciplinary standards are not the same for men and women.
I don't care. What about that house? What about in our house, in our home? I don't care about society.
I'm gonna show you another double standard, right? And this is probably gonna be off topic, but I'm sure why double standards do exist, and we're gonna get back to that, right?
Okay.
Right? When women get into the club for free and men have to pay, do you hear men complaining about, oh my God, why I gotta?
Do you know why that happens?
Okay, please enlighten me like I don't know, but let me.
I worked in nightclubs for years. Mm-hmm. So the reason that happens is because 2 reasons. 1, women tend to be broker than men. So, no, I'm not even sure that's real life. So if you put a cover charge on women, you're going to get less women in the door. 2, they know that if there are a bunch of women inside, the men are going to come in and they're going to pay.
Men come to see.
That's just what.
Okay, so now let me show you why.
Literally nothing other than that.
So now let me ask you a question: is that a double standard?
No.
It's
how.
just
Wait, hold on. If we have a place, a venue, and the cover charge is free for women, but men have to pay, that is a double standard.
It's not a double standard.
That is the exact definition of a double standard. To enter a place, men have to pay, but women don't. That is a double standard. That is what a double standard means.
Then don't go.
Exactly.
Of course. You can say don't go, but guess what? Men do go, and we do not complain.
And this is my
point. No, that is not your point. This is my point. Is that when double standards exist, we don't complain. We just abide by the rules and navigate.
And you just cheat. So you get your double standard that you enjoy.
But
you get to
what
hold
I'm saying is that
line.
when women get their double standards, we do not complain. You don't hear men picketing. We're not going to the clubs anymore.
First of all, let's be
what
clear.
we do is we either find
another
job to make more money so we can sustain the club life, or we just suck it up and pay and buy a drink.
Or you don't go to the club. If you're that, or you just don't go to the club. If you're
exactly. But you don't hear a picket warrant line or a conversation saying that we should not pay because women don't have to pay.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is this: at the same time,
it's not a double standard.
It is a double standard.
It isn't. It's just the way
a double standard is women and men working the same job, but a woman making 70 cents on the dollar. That's a double standard.
That is
because the factors are the same. Now, the difference in your scenario is that the factors are not the same. The reasons women go to the club are not the same as the reasons men go to the club. The pull to go into a club are not the same for women and men. Like I said, if there are more women inside of a club, men are gonna go.
Men are gonna go.
So your anger is with the club owners, but the club owners are just doing this because they know y'all.
They're trying to make
They're
money.
playing you. Right. That's
listen,
just what it is.
At the end of the day, like I said, so watch this. Men go, we pay, we mind our business, we navigate.
Right. I'm happy y'all shut
the
the fuck
up. We do not
exactly.
We don't even complain about it.
As you should.
Double standard.
That's not a double standard.
How is it double standard?
It's the exact meaning of a double standard, right?
No. It's 2 different things.
It's the exact.
No, a double standard.
Double standard means you have a rule for one person and the rule not for the other one.
No,
that is a double standard.
That's not a double standard. That's not a good example of a double standard. It's not a good
Lisa,
example.
I like where you go with this. When you're too, I know you're too smart for that.
That's about being profitable, right? Because you know men will pay and shut up. It's times have told.
They know
women, they'll get in, and men will come, just like she said, because the women are there. A double standard would be a man wants a virgin because he wants to be the first one in.
Come on!
I don't want a virgin because I want a man who knows what it's going to take to please me.
That's perfect.
That's a double standard.
That's a double
No,
standard
because a man
is-
can sleep with a bunch of women and be considered a don. A woman sleeps with a bunch of men as a hoe.
But you just said that you want a man that's not a virgin, so he's gonna sleep with multiple women. You just said that.
Yeah, I agree, but it's a double standard.
That is not a double standard. That is your preference. That is your preference, babe. Babe, you want a man that sleeps with multiple women. I want a woman that has I ain't gonna say virgin, but a low body count.
So
right, but that's not
you're absolutely. She made a very valid point. In that, because that would be the definition of a double standard when women are told, "Hey, don't do that." And personally, let's be clear. I personally do believe that women shouldn't just be sleeping with everybody. Mm-hmm. The reason is because for women, it's different, right? Man, just off of just regular, like what makes sense. A man, the likelihood that a man is gonna actually enjoy the sex with any woman is much higher than the likelihood that a woman can enjoy sex with a random man, right?
Absolutely.
Like you sleep with 10 men, maybe 2 of them were enjoyable, and the rest were like okay, or some were really bad. Or exactly. But men will sleep with 10 women and they're gonna nut 10 times. Okay, right. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. So I think that it makes sense for this double standard to exist in society with men and women sleeping with people, because why are you doing this, sis? Mm-hmm. What are you getting out of it? Right? Like, if you really take the veil off and really look deep within and say, you know what? Going back over it, like for me personally, hence the celibacy, I was like, man, hold on now. The only guys I really enjoyed were the ones that either I couldn't have emotionally, right? Like they didn't want a relationship, or I was actually in a relationship with them. Anyone else, if he had a whole bunch of money, terrible, trash in bed, horrible. If he, was like the nice guy, I'm going for the nice guy, horrible in bed. And I realized, why am I pretending that the likelihood I'm gonna have good sex tonight I never had sex with a stranger, but why am I pretending that I'm not into this guy, I'm just letting him buy me dates, I'm gonna go ahead and sleep with him and it's gonna be good? It's not. It's not.
Never
it never
good
is.
with a man who has
it
no.
never
They
is.
don't. They're
Exactly.
We're gonna stop right there.
Right.
We're gonna stop right
Never.
there.
The broke ones had.
Come on.
Right?
Come on. And that's why I said I'll go with a broke over a millionaire. Come on now.
So
don't
at
forget.
this time, I just want you ladies to reintroduce yourselves to the show, to the panel, and let them know where they can find you, that type of thing. This conversation is here to get the uncomfortable truths out.
This is here to affirm his beliefs. And if
wait,
you say something against his beliefs,
it's really not. It's really not. But it's really to just get a bird's eye view of how men really think. And if you've never talked to a man about certain topics, this might be a good chance to just hear how some of us think. So, how can the people find you and what you got going on and that type of thing?
Okay, y'all can find me on Instagram. Right here. Pies and thighs. Pies_and thighs, because, girl gotta eat pies.
Ow.
And, I got these thighs. I bring them to the table. And what do? I do it all, baby. I do whatever it makes sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Period.
You know what I mean? That's what I do.
And you go fishing.
I love fishing. It all depends on what you bait your hook with.
Ow. See, she be dropping bars. You gotta, those gotta get pinned. I am #Marion. Okay, Marion, there you go. #_MARIEN. I am a real estate agent. I have a team of real estate agents underneath me. So if you're looking for a house, let me go ahead and plug myself. Okay, we do sales, we do residential, we do commercial, all of that in the 5 boroughs. And then I also am a co-founder in a nonprofit. And I, feel free to follow me, but just so you know, I really be talking about God. Like, I don't want you to hop up on my Instagram and think it's gonna be the same energy. When you get on there, it's gonna be like, did you pray today? No, I'm not that intense, but I work for the Lord.
So you already know your boy DJ Easy, right? And like I said before, I'm all about women empowerment.
Are you?
All about wait. I'll let y'all talk. I'll let y'all talk, right?
I'm sorry.
I'm all about women empowerment, women in business, and women for equal rights. with equal rights come equal lefts, right? And about that time, we're gonna close out just like this. Thank you for tuning in, people.
99.3 New Radio FM. Now, everyone wins.
Talent over
Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's. Now go certain places. Me a girl, me no f***ing for link, and me no friend for face. Young girl, no for kill. If I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't wear it. I buy when your money can buy food, so me know your savings. Woman, have confidence. And you're feeling to depend on yourself. Really could I to find make it happen in the morning. Someone we don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy bed. Pack up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your bed. What a good thing, me no live free.
talent over
I will never live free, impress people.